Welcome back to the episode of Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
What's up? I'm Adam. Hey.
Today, we are continuing our series of trying to get Eric to revisit a whiskey that he's always said he hated and see if he likes it now. See if his palate's
I got
changed.
another one in my corner over there.
Yeah, I understand. I had this when I had a small bottle up in New Jersey, and I really didn't think it was that bad.
Okay.
But just like the Bib and Tucker, you were like, oh, it's horrible. I'm like, no, it's really not that bad, and it was much better than you recall.
I like Bib and Tucker.
Same with Corsair Triple Smoke.
Right, because your palate's totally different than it was.
Now I like Scotch. I didn't like that.
Was it the single barrel you had, or was it the small batch?
I thought it was the small batch, but I don't know.
Okay.
It was like in a little, it was like a flask-shaped bottle.
Okay.
I don't know. I wanted to try it when I was up there, and I did. This is the Garrison Brothers Small Batch. This is a Texas distillery, and this was the first Texas distillery, but they were not the first one to put out a product. Who was the first one to put out a product, Eric?
Balcones.
That's right. Balcones beat them. This bottle was provided by Mr. Paul Mink.
I am a sucker though for bottles, and I gotta
That's a cool
say,
bottle.
come on, between like the star dipped in the wax on the top,
Right. Yep.
all this embellishment,
Yeah.
all the info on the bottle,
That is the interesting part. So these
Texas
are.
on the. Come on, look at this, Texas on the bottom.
Yeah.
Well,
It
everything's
makes you-
bigger in Texas.
That's right.
Look at they come all the way down to the good part of the bottle too. They don't stop at the neck like Makers. It's very clean too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow they're cutting that or controlling that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're pulling that one off. Yeah. That to your point, the information's very cool. So they do these batches. This is the 2022 batch. So they every time they do their small batches, they do them annually.
Yeah.
So this is bottle 43,690 from the 2022 small batch.
Wow.
And it tells you the corn variety. It's food grade number 1 white corn, and from farms in South Texas.
Apparently the wheat is red wheat.
Red wheat, yeah, Texas red wheat.
Yeah, and then there's Canadian barley, right? There's Canadian barley. I took a little whiff and I got some red fruit, but then
These
I
guys
ran
are
away.
I saw they're just outside of Austin.
Yeah. It's just a little bit Hugh, Texas, or something like that, just outside of Austin. You mind the nose? That bothers you?
I like a red fruit nose, and this is kind of
This is. I'm
fruity.
getting red fruits, and I'm getting maybe a little grapey note.
You know what this
Yes.
reminds me of? Revival. That one out of Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah. The one that was in paper? Was that the one?
Yes. Cool shaped bottle.
I'm not getting that super crafty note.
Damn.
No, I don't get super crafty. I get red fruit, and that's it.
Yeah. It's
And
really
it's
sweet.
sweeter.
I don't
There
know.
we go.
Bottoms up. Ooh. The palate's more aggressive. There's
Yeah.
oaky notes,
Tobacco.
sweet notes.
Oak, sweet oak.
Yeah, sweet oak.
The palate is way better than the nose. Way better.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
Still the red fruit, though. I'm still getting a little like
It got a little warmth.
red licorice.
Yeah,
It got a little warmth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and it's just hanging out on the back of my tongue.
A
Joe.
Texas tickle?
Is that something?
No, I don't know.
No, we make it out.
Whatever comes from it, because it's always the Kentucky hub.
The palate and finish was way better than I expected.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. That's really good.
There's a little bit of, it's even creamy a little bit.
Yeah, I get the
Yeah,
creamy.
I get some creamy notes.
I can go there.
Let's try again. First one doesn't count ever.
Yeah.
Horseshoes and hand grenades. And, let's see.
Reset the nose. Yeah.
Still red.
The nose, the second time around, it's a little more muted.
Yeah.
I agree.
Muted. I get more of the cream. Maybe
Yeah.
it's. That's
But
not
still the
vanilla,
red
but-
fruit vanilla. Yes. I get there's more sugar notes coming through on the nose now.
I'm not saying I'm on board with Garrison Brothers, and you know this has changed
lot of
me. This has
cinnamon.
changed my mind a little bit.
Very
I got a
very
lot of
baking spice.
yeah.
Especially it's like took like 3-4 seconds and then it's like all baking spice.
Wow, the second go around with this is
Totally different.
totally different.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say I'm 100% on board, but it's
Agreed.
a little better.
Agreed.
Better.
That was what I was just like, it's not that bad. Oh my God, it's horrible. I would never drink it. It's not spectacular, especially for the price. Their bottles are very expensive. Yeah. This is a $75 bottle.
Right.
And they have bottles that range all the way up to $300.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no. Well, I'm sorry. It's not that good.
Talking before we started filming, I mean, we did that taster last year at the liquor store. And they had the rep had all the bottles out. And we're like, oh, yeah, a wheated, a honey. And we're like,
the single barrel and the honeydew.
Dunk.
I do like a whiskey that evolves.
This changed.
Yeah. This did. It changed on the nose. It changed on the palate. Sitting around, this could, who knows? I mean, this could get even, I think this could get creamier.
Absolutely. It could change. It could totally tweak.
How did it taste in the beginning? Because I'm starting to experience the bottles in my house when they get down to like here, and I don't touch them for months. I go back.
The interaction with the air.
It's taken on a slightly different profile, and in most cases, it actually tastes better. So I'm curious how that tasted when he bought it.
Overall, I'm going to say right now, I don't mind it. I don't believe it's worth that price.
Right.
Well, when you're going to do all that to that bottle, you got to charge.
Yeah, that's true.
The
bottle probably
costs
a
little bit more.
$20 by itself.
To me.
All that wax and
the trinkets and the gizmos and the gadgets.
These are stickers, though.
Yeah, but all the raised stuff that they're putting on there.
Yeah.
The Texas
they're
on the
both
bottom.
Stickers, but that takes time. Time.
You got the...
Yeah.
I mean, there's some money you spent on their bottle for it to stand out for obvious reasons. I think people, when makers came around and dipped it, that drew your attention. Like, ooh, that's got to be a special bottle.
Yep.
Now there's more and more that are adding the wax that are drawing people's eyes to that bottle. Like, ooh, wax?
Yeah. Oh, that must mean it's good. Yeah.
Are they still considered a craft distillery as well? I mean, are they making their own? They're not making their own stuff.
It's theirs.
It's their own.
It's always been.
It's always been their stuff.
Always been theirs. They never sourced.
And they've been around for how long? I mean, do you know?
Early 2000s, somewhere in that range. I don't know exactly.
Consider craft or how that farms out. I don't know.
I'm gonna say they're not craft because they're probably nationwide distribution. That's, to me, that's like craft is where you're still kind of regional or only in your own state.
No, these guys,
they're all over.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, they're all over now.
Yeah,
they were in that craft distillery.
Yeah, back
bucket.
For a while.
Mid 2000s is when they started up. So
there, I know there's that one that I've seen in the case that has the metal. I don't know if it's at a single barrel slab. You know what I'm talking about?
They have a couple of
that has like a metal.
That one, I think that's the one that's like $300.
It's well over 200. I know.
They do a whole lot of charity stuff. So a lot of of each bottle of that's sold, like $20, $30, $40, whatever it is, goes to local charities in that region and things like that. So
that's good.
It's a good company.
Yeah.
The prices, maybe, no.
Well, see, now the crafty note came back with the water.
It got a little more crafty. I'm also getting like dusty peanut note.
Oh, Knobcrete, dusty peanut?
Not
a Dickel Funk?
No, it's not Dickel Funk. It's not the mineral note. No.
I'm getting that. I see.
There's
what you're saying,
a dusty peanut kind of note. Like, you walked into that. What's the one where you throw the shells on the floor? Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I get that dustiness. I don't know if is that part of the craft. Is that part of the youth of the 3 years in oak?
There's an aged note though, like a leather note.
Yeah.
Tobacco note, something along, but sweet, like really sweet tobacco. Like
but now this time around,
Swisher
my mouth is starting to dry out.
It got a little oaky with the water.
Yeah.
A little oaky with the water. It's not bad. It's not great. It is still not my favorite Texas.
If you're at a wedding and this is the only one they have,
I would drink that. I would drink that.
Right. I think of is something. Can I make a cocktail out of it? Is this going to be offensive in a cocktail? No.
It's not going to kill a cocktail.
That would be a decent Manhattan. The red notes,
I can
the
find
red
you
fruit
one
notes.
that'll kill a cocktail.
A couple of my own bar.
I just got one recently that would absolutely kill it.
For 3-year-old whiskey, for Yeah, I mean, for
3
those
years, but
things,
down there in the Texas heat, it's
it
probably
ages it faster.
probably
Absolutely.
5
Most
years, 4 or
Balcones
5
is
years.
3-ish years. Again, when they first started, they were releasing 2-year-old stuff, and then I think it's like 3 to 4 years now.
Yeah.
You can't go that long. It's dry. It's hot. You know, the wood starts to dry out, and it leaks, and there's a whole bunch of weird crap that you got to deal with Texas, but.
Yeah, it's a whole other region of the
You start putting a little pan underneath.
Have their own flavors.
Little catchers. Baste the barrel.
It's like you're changing your oil.
Baste the barrel. Keep the outside wet with the drippings.
I think if you're not familiar with the South, deep South, maybe you want to taste this at a bar before you buy it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
In my opinion,
for the price, I
price.
wouldn't recommend buying a bottle. But if you're looking at a list of things that you're not really super interested in, a pour at a bar, I'd give it a shot.
If this is your intro to
you
Texas.
you might like it. Yeah. You might like it.
Try it neat though.
Yeah, start neat. Start neat. But as of right now, Balcones is still the winner chicken dinner for Texas whiskey, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, the next one we did, Milam and Green.
That was pretty good too.
But
that was blended with a lot of the other things. So,
but that one's
Texas?
Yeah. They're based out of Texas.
They're not too far from these guys.
No, they're just outside of Austin.
I don't dislike this at all.
I don't dislike it. It's just
I wanna
overpriced.
like
I would not pay $75 for that.
Right. That's the only thing I could say.
If it were half that, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
$35, $40. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Be all over it.
Give it a go.
Still not
Oh,
going.
look at that awesome
That's
star
not
on
you.
top of the wax.
It is really cool. It is a very cool bottle.
Great presentation.
Yep. It's a fancy looking bottle. I mean, again, it's better than what I remembered, but I'm not all in.
So not as big of a win as the Bib and Tucker.
No.
Or the what was the other one?
Corsair Triple Smoke.
Yeah, and then the Tin Cup.
Tin Cup, yeah.
Yeah. So those are the three we've sold him on. Oh, my palate has
Matured
to the point where that's not bad whiskey, or the whiskey's improved. Either way, I'm not sure.
Combination of both.
Probably.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Paul,
for another donation to the channel. Again, there's more popping up in Texas.
Yeah,
we're gonna come across them. Give it a whirl. To your point, I would get a pour somewhere
before you buy it.
Before I would invest in it. And they've got, off the top of my head, there's a silver wax, there's yellow wax.
There's a lot.
Yeah, they've got a handful. Just play around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sample. I would sample them before you buy it, though.
Yeah.
You don't want to be disappointed after you just dropped $85 on a bottle.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
Well, mixed reviews.
Mixed reviews.
But it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Not everybody loves everything.
No. Well, we hope you enjoyed our review mixed together here. If you did, as always, we'd really love support. Hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel. Keep wanting to reach more people and let them see our journey as we develop our palates and expand all the whiskeys that we drink.
Yep. So, well, thanks for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Trifecta.